Hi, this is Prana, and I'm going to invite you to join me in my personal practice today. Move a little faster, I'm going to give us cues. Just follow along as best you can if you'd like to see how I practice my am. I like to start by loosening things up. This is after I've already foam rolled for 20 minutes or so. Do some X's, get this chest open. Rotator, roll up the neck. There's a pressure point between your thumb and index finger in this meaty spot right there. You're gonna take your pinchers, you're gonna find that tense meaty spot and squeeze it. It should hurt a little bit, okay? The left side is gonna transfer, well, I can't remember the term, but it's gonna trigger essentially to your right part of your neck, top of your trap. So we're gonna squeeze that as we roll that neck out. Breathe, relax. Roll. In both directions, take your time. Just go as long as it feels good. Switch. Go here, grab the other side, grab those pinchers. Roll it out. Awesome. We'll do some more of that in a moment. Take those arms out really big. You're gonna cross your left arm in front, wrap with your right arm, stretch into that rear deltoid and tricep. There's fancier ways of doing this, but they aren't as effective at the stretch. Too many people think yoga is about looking pretty and doing some prearranged sequence. I think it's more about listening to your body and what your body needs that day and finding the most effective ways to reach that stretch. Now I'm going to go elbows back, palms down, cross it in, palms up, elbows back. You probably saw a light version of this in the Tai Chi video as well, beginner Tai Chi. 1, 2. But if I was doing this a few years ago, I wouldn't have torn that rotator cuff. You can see how bad my mobility is. It's as far as I can open it up. All right, from here, reach one hand up. You grab that wrist and gently pull it over. Come up, other side. Take that wrist. Keeping the feet grounded down, try not to bend too much, don't dump into the ribs. Get that nice long stretch there. All right. Couple shoulder shrugs. Rolling forward, down, rolling down, back, and up. Other way, rolling up, down and back, up, down and back. Get that full rotation from the fingers to the wrists, to the shoulders. Good. We're just gonna open up our spine, our hips a little bit. Let's bend those knees. Rotate your pelvis forward, engage your core. Engage your lower back, straighten those knees. Now check in if you have this elbow, this rib thing popping out. Roll those in. Here's a nice mountain pose. Exhale it down, nice and tall. Stand taller. Inhale it up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale all the way up. Long backward, extend forward, swan dive, inch by inch, all the way down. Pop, pop, pop that back. Inhale, long spine. Bend your knees real generous. Drop your ribs. Grab those elbows. Big lower back openers. Nod that head, yes. I sometimes do things a little faster, a little more rigorous than others can. Don't try to do what I do what works for you. Inhale, long back. We're gonna twist to one side, really opening up that low back, glutes piriformis. Away. Forward bend down. Those hamstrings, let your shoulders dangle. When you're ready, we're going to bend those knees, look forward, inhale all the way up. Little back bend, reach up, 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 and back. At your center, maybe stand your toes, like to really flex through the calves, pop those hips forward. Cool. Let's stretch. If you have a railing, like we do here, grab a whole shoulder width, sink your hips back, long spine, let your shoulder blades open, let your deltoids open. Sink that butt back to extend your back, stretch it out, sink it back, stretch it out. And go one hand on and really get deeper into one side, but go left and right. One hand in the center, deeper into that left lat now. Let's say we go back, right? We're here. We inhale it up tall, up, 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 push those hips forward, reach up, 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 and back. And back. In my old karate studio up in Cedar Park, we used to have a awesome 40-foot ballet bar that we would use for all kinds of cool stuff like this. Inhale it up, extend tall, the tippy toes, back bend. This is here to support you. We exhale it back. Cool. All right. Shake those legs out. Let's keep warming up before we do our proper yoga, right? So I'm gonna root that right foot down and bring my left leg up. And just stretch into that bicep femoris. Maybe open it out. Look at the ankle, up your toes. Of course, you can sit down and do this. You don't have to. You can lay down like we did in the beginner video, right? Work out those ankles. Ball your foot. Just like we were doing in that Tai Chi video, right? I'm just doing a little more vigorous now. That video is meant for seniors and very, very beginners. Working the hamstring, Achilles heel. All right, other side. I'm gonna roll out the ankle first this time. Use your intuition, right? Might not do it the same every time. Roll out the ankle. Here we go. Toe down. Really stretching that big toe there, which means the arch as well, because it connects. And then I'm dropping, bending the knee, really getting into the calf, Achilles heel. Cool. I'm gonna take this leg up. It's a trick balancing because the boards are going that way and my mat's going this way. That's good. Challenge. I'm gonna open that hip out. First hip opener. Maybe open some of those toes. All right, cool. Loosened up. One more on the forearms. I pull these fingers back, stretching. So spread it out. Just pull those fingers back gently. Don't overdo it. Watch this elbow. You don't want to pop and hyperextend it, okay? Only go to where it feels comfortable. Maybe keep a light bend in that left elbow. I'm stretching this whole interior Tommy John inner forearm muscle. Okay, now I'm pulling back left thumb in the inner of the palm. And switch it. Shaking hands, pull back, stretch the outer forearm. And work that wrist out a few times. To the other side. Left hand, palms up. Pull back, stretch the inner forearm. Tommy John. Now we're going to get that, just the big thumb pulling back. If you ever do Hapkido, you hit all these little joints, right? Because you're twisting your wrist all over the place. Pop those knuckles out. Outer forearm. Shaking the hand, pull it back. Wrist. Check it out. We're going to take our wrist, we're going to wrap around and twist it. Open that up. Twist it. It prepares you to get locks done without overdoing it, right? Also massage all these out. I'm constantly massaging my forearms, just from boxing injuries and all that stuff. forearm. You can just, these pinchers like a C grip. Squeeze into them. C grip, getting that thumb into the Tommy John area. Right into here. Remember when I first went to a physical therapist, sports specialist, doctor guy at Texas State? He goes, here, how's this feeling? He pinched it. I go, oh, it hurts, but it feels really good too. He goes, well, you can learn how to do this yourself, or you can pay me $150 an hour to do it. So I learned myself. All right, let's get flowing, right? Nice and natural, not formal, none of that stuffy yoga class stuff. Hips forward, standing tall. Take our shoulders, inhale them up. Roll them back, drop them down. Let's get moving intuitively. Long back, extend it forward. Inhale it out. Bend those knees, drop your ribs. Hang down. Rock it out, left and right. Roll back to be nice and loose now. All those little muscles are open. Inhale it out. Now we can really get into the bigger muscles without danger of hurting, pulling any of the smaller muscles. Full forward bend down. You'll be ready to pull it down deeper. You want to wrap those arms around, pull the crown in, bend your knees, pull that crown as you straighten it out. Let's inhale out, step or hop, back to your plank. All right, spread those fingers wide, 3 chaturangas. Drop down, inhale forward, first up dog. Actually, make that simple, drop the knees down, ease into it. Knees wide, toes together. Sit those hips back, stretch your low back, open it up. Probably notice I like to do nice long warm-ups. Too many trainers, personal trainers, fitness trainers, coaches, boxers, everyone, football players, they don't warm up enough. That's where the injuries come in. Warming up is the key to being able to sustain long term, right? So we're gonna come all the way down to the mat, curl it up and down. Curl it upward dog, up, baby cobra. Push forward, full up dog. Roll those shoulders back. If this is hard for you, just do that baby cobra. Let's drop those toes down and up. First down dog. Push through those hands, extend the crown, extend the back. Work out those hamstrings, glutes. Bend into each leg. Take your time. Worry about looking pretty. Worry about what feels good for your body, right? And take that right leg, inhale it up. Nice and long. Step it outside to a lizard. I'm gonna drop that left leg long, sink my left hip in, and drop in. If your wrists have issues like mine do from fighting, fists are really nice. You curl those fingers all the way in, make it tight, then that thumb wraps over it, okay? You never put it inside, it's gonna break your thumb. It's really bad. You never do this, you never do that with your thumb. You wanna have a proper fist, okay? Sinking that hip flexor in. Level 2, we plant the left toes, straighten that left leg out. Level 3, you drop to our forearms. Deeper in, now you're gonna really feel in that right bicep femoris. Plant the left hand, extend the crown out long, reach that right hand up, sink that left hip down a little more, plant, bring it back, flow it through, back to your down dog. Picking up the pace. Let's take that left leg, inhale her up, really stretch to that right hamstring as you pop up there, then step it on forward, okay? Take every little motion as a chance to extend and elongate as much as you can. So I'm taking that right hip in. Level 2, I'm going to plant the right toes, straighten that right leg. Now I'm getting more to the left bicep femoris. Dropping down to your forearms even deeper. Dropping the hips, straightening the spine, dropping your ribs. Oh. Relax those hands. Plant your right hand. Push that left hand up, 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 and away. You sink the right hip down a little more. Bring it down. Plant it back. Flow through. Maybe ready to add a couple chaturangas here. Tight core. And back. Good. Let's take that right leg, inhale it up. Step it forward to a lunge. Feet are shoulder width, toes forward. Inhale up. Exhale forward, up and back. Fan it out, plant, support, all the way up to a high lunge. I'm gonna squat down, bring those elbows back, little back bend. Inhale it up, squat down, little back bend. Inhale it up. I'm gonna bring those hands to the heart, extend the left elbow to the right knee. Twist, push the ground away, twist, and look at that awesome horizon. Dark clouds in the sky. There's a beauty there. Reach it on up. Watch that balance there. Down, back. Flow it through. Maybe you want to start adding something a little more challenging. Your vinyasa. Or maybe you skip that and just meet us back. And your down dog. Keep that left leg, inhale it up. Step it long to your lunge. Drop that right knee, point your toes, inhale up. I'm gonna go tall, then I'm gonna push the hips forward. I'm gonna reach up and back, little back bend. Stretching really into that right sartorius, the hip flex, so it picks your leg up. Let's bring it down. Plant your right toes, inhale up. Tall, tall, tall. Squat it down. Inhale it up. Squat it down, little back bend. Inhale it up. One more time. Inhale it up. That hands to the heart. Plant that right elbow on the left knee. Twist. Look. There's the camera. Reach it up. There's that balance trick right there. Come down. I'm going to use fists. Check this out. Come back. Add a couple. That wasn't the most graceful. Is that it? Step up. I gotta watch out for that railing there. You might have more room. Cool, shake those legs out. Let's transition, we'll come back to that in a moment. Toes out, knees out. Drop it down. Shake it out a little bit left and right. Work those hips. Stand tall, legs forward. About 2 or 3 shoulder widths, wide angle forward bend. All the way down. Nice alternate way to open up your low back instead of just a regular forward bend. As you inhale out, do the same things we did in our forward bend though. Reach to one side. Hand in front, that way you get your lats. Too often people just pull right into it and they're kind of robbing themselves of that extra stretch, right? This isn't necessarily better than this. It might not look as pretty, but really it's more about muscle engagement, right? Inhale it out, twist the other way. You can do that. Just really feel like it's more effective over here. Inhale out. Okay, we're gonna keep going here. We're gonna bend that right leg, open that left inner thigh. First groin, inner thigh muscle stretch. Inhale it up. We're keeping our feet flat. We're not doing skandasana right now. We're just bending that left leg, keeping that right leg straight, opening in. Suggest you keep your hand down so you can get a deeper stretch without potentially hurting, tearing, or overdoing anything. Coming up now, the one that everyone thinks we're doing whenever we do that, skandasana. Left toes come up. Watch this heel. This is not correct. Like, this is cool as a karate move, but it's not correct for the stretch. We're trying to get that Achilles heel stretch in the right leg, which only occurs that heel stays down. You can come back if it's too hard to sit up. You push your hands down, get Spider-Man-like. You can be tall. We can come up. Go the other side. Okay? Listen to your body. One side's a lot different than the other usually. Cool. Check it out. We're gonna do a little down to the mat. Pull those feet together into a butterfly. Nice and tall. Heels in as tight as you can. Inhale up. Elbows wide. Reach forward. Inhale it up. Put both those legs out. I like to go shoulder width. Pull the flesh away so your glutes are down nice and strong. So your tailbone's strong. You're sitting tall with your spine. Inhale tall. Hinge from your hips, not your spine. Hinge from your hips. Tall, proud chest. Chin out. Chest out. Down to the front. All kinds of variations here that we can do depending on where our flexibility is, what we're focusing on. Again, having a strap or a black belt or something that's good to use here if you're not quite there. Let's fold our left leg in. Square of your right leg, inhale tall. Reach forward, long back. Really get that left arm across. Opposite. Big breaths. Very underrated stretches. Inhale up. Switch. Other side. Square. Up. Forward. Down. We're going to come back to some things like this later. We're just going to start opening us up before we do some more fancy stuff. Let's grab under our knees, roll our back. We start up in the top of the mat instead of the bottom. I still want to get a good little back spot here before we get into our more advanced things. On your back, feet together, knees together. Interlock those hands. Exhale, pull the knees in. Inhale them forward. Pull them in, open the very low back, your base of your spine, your sacrum. Back and forth as you need. Drop your left leg, keep that right knee in. Little ankle out. Right hand out 90 degrees. Pull that knee to the left. Exhale, twist, and look to your right. First full twist. Inhale back. Switch those legs. I didn't pop yet. That means I wasn't quite ready. I'm not fully loosened up all over. Other side. Don't pop there either. All right, bringing both knees up. I'm gonna rock those hips out. Bring those feet to the sky. Grab your outer blades, or your shins, or just your legs. Whatever works here. Recline butterfly. Happy baby. Recline butterfly. Happy baby. And kick to one side. We've already done all those other stretches. So our hamstrings are warm, right? Kick to the other side. Turn this way for you real quick. So I'm here like a reclined butterfly. That's truly reclined. I'm pulling it in there. Out to one side. See what feels good here. Get back up. Shake them out. Stretch those quads. Grab a railing, grab a wall if you need it. Sink down to your right foot, take that left foot, grab the ankle. I'm just gonna stretch that left quadricep. Ooh. You don't have to foam rolling, there's so much there. If you want more, you can wrap your right hand around as well. Stand tall, you can get a shoulder opening here too. Switch, grab just the opposite arm. We're going to return to that. Switch, left leg down. Grab the right foot, ankle, foot. Instep, top of the foot. Stretch it. I always find that switching hands gets a slightly different part of the muscle. So I like to go through like every kind of variation I can think of, right? Good, shake that out. Let's go a little deeper into that. We go right hand up, left hand palm out. Bend the left leg, you're going to grab the inside of that foot. I'm going to hop back so I'm in frame. Cameras. Up, down, doesn't matter. Point it out. Laser first. Need to be on a straight beam. Stretching the bicep. Stretching the rotator cuff, stretching the quadricep. All kinds of variations we can do here. Other side. Let's see if we can cross these beams and keep that balance. Bend the leg, right palm out. Grab that foot, sit real tall. Keep that knee in. Depends on where your flexibility is though, right? More dancer style first. Really like this for opening my right rotator cuff, all those injuries there. Sometimes using a railing is good because you can actually stretch deeper. You don't have to focus on balancing, right? You can actually just let the stretch happen. Like when we're on the ground, sometimes you get more out of it than when you're up here doing dancing Shiva, right? For example, this is how I work at home intuitively. Do whatever feels good. Up, down, left, right. So for example, you're dancing Shiva, we can just start here. Getting those hips open, starting to square it. You can pull that leg up, little piriformis outer hip opener, and then extend. We've already done this standing, right? This is a reclined lizard. Pull it all the way out. Try not to let your hip turn though. Keep that right hip down, right leg straight, right shoulder down. Watch your ribs. Try to keep that everything locked in. Often this is actually a better stretch than doing it standing. Standing might be sexier and you're working on more toning and strengthening and balancing, but I think you get a better stretch than laying down. I'm going to turn so you can see it here. Left leg down, right knee up. Open that right leg out. Grab the chin down. Do reclined lizard and extend it out. That's what I was looking for right there. You find that magic stretch you're looking for, right? And everything kind of clicks into place again. Good. Come in, release that. Reset the low back. Bring those knees left and right. Roll up and down the back again. I'm glad I didn't do a kip up. All right, let's get back to the flow. Feet shoulder width, toes forward, standing tall, shoulders down. Reach it up. Reach it forward. Inhale it out. Step or hop back to your plank. Give me a few chaturangas as we flow through our up dog. We meet back, no down dog. Oh, now that my legs are getting open, I really to open the back, push through the hands, extend that tailbone long, push your hips back, tucking your core in. Take that right leg, inhale it up. Step it forward to a warrior one. Rotate that foot down and inhale it up. Let's get the pace moving a little more. Just like the rain starting to come down. Bring those hands back and interlock those hands together. Push it down. I'm not very good at this. I should be using a belt. Extend, reach forward, little humble warrior. Extend, 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 extend. Once you get to your peak, you can let your head come down. Most of you can pull your hands up a lot higher than I can. Go to wherever it works. We're going to inhale it up, all the way back, bring it down, step it back, flow through, and back. Left leg up, step it forward, rotate that right foot down strong as we come up, squaring the hips, bring the tailbone under the spine. Hands down, chin up, chest up, nice and proud as you move to a humble warrior. Come up, you flow down, you step back. Maybe we start to do some fancy push-ups. Put that right leg up, step it forward. Rotate that left foot down. We're into our warrior two. Check your hips. Everything should be squared to one side. You should be two-dimensional, man. Imagine there's two panes of glass you're trying to squeeze between. We bring that knee straight forward, stack our spine, roll those arms out, relax them out, finger to finger, tailbone to crown, breathe. Back, forward again, rolling it down, rolling that left shoulder open, bent side angle, maybe bring the left hand forward for more, bringing it up. I'm going to be nice to myself and just turn the other way. Into your warrior two. Pelvis, that's the most important part in my opinion. Then the knees open out, then the spine stacks. Step by step, very sequential, right? Come back up. And turn again. I'm going to wiggle that back foot a little shorter to a triangle. Okay? We're still two-dimensional person. We're in that triangle. We're bringing them out. We're sliding that left hip back. We're reaching that right hand forward, down. Extend the spine out. Really work out through your obliques. Okay? We'll make these engage. Make them extend out. Make this harder by doing this. I don't want to work that hard today. Let's do a balance on the side. I'm going to watch out for that post, okay? So, same position you were just in, right? Essentially, everything comes out from the center, big breath. You're going to extend out from your solar plexus. So you stack the hips. Roll that left shoulder open. I'm also on 2 mats at the same time, so it's a little extra squishy. It's harder to balance. Excuses, right? One nice thing about a railing, you don't really work in this flexibility. Under grip is probably most appropriate here. Now, if we're fully sideways, we flex that left foot. This is a side kick. Right? This is like a perfect side kick. Of course, usually you're going to be bam, up a little bit higher, but we're still leaning back like that. So you can practice this. You can find that appropriate spot where you're not going to hit your head, and leg lifts. This is really good for stretching out and opening that left hamstring, the left groin muscle. Also good for strengthening your outer hips, your adductors. Now we can make it work. Pull that left leg in, knee nice and tight, spine, don't crunch, stay long. Shoot it out. You can do this slow. Bring it as tight as you can. Try to touch your knee to your face, your chest. Extend all the way out. That's where the flex happens in the glute, right? This is where the power comes from. In, out. All right? And eventually we're just going this. No hands, right? Let's try the other side. Triangle. Here. Do we do triangle? I don't think so. Forward, down, rolled open, extend, over. I do this pretty quick when I'm working on my own. Okay, so that's where we went. We're here. So we're here in our half moon. And we get the stretch here. I already feel really loose, so I'm just going to go into the exercise. Okay. Leg lifts. Bring it in, out. Tucking it as tight as you can into the chest, extending this long, squeezing, okay? In tight, extending it all the way up long. Toes down just slightly, never up, toes down. And accent that heel going into the target, right? Cool. Do some hamstrings. So we're here. Feet shoulder width. Take a step forward, that right foot. Walking step. Take another walking step. Shoulder width, toes out 45 degrees, right toes forward. Square yourself. Don't let your hips be here. Square them forward. Keep this alignment. As we reach forward, point that right hip back, left hip forward. So we're square all the way down towards your mat. There's a variety of hand positions you can do there. Open that right hamstring, nice and deep. We're going to extend out of our crown as we inhale long and tall. Back to where we started. Bring it back. Left foot, right foot back one step, right foot back one step. Let's turn 45. Left toes are straight forward. We're standing tall. We inhale up, squared hips, extend it forward. Point that left hip back. Feeling the hamstring activate. Inhale it out. Step it up. Good to go. Let's get into the railing. We'll do this a couple of ways. First, we're going to start the proper way. where everything's squared, right? So if we're squared, this might be too high for some people. It might be a small chair. Heel, your shoulder width. Okay. Toes are forward. Those can turn out just a little bit, but don't do a lot. You don't open your hips here. You keep them squared forward, okay? This might be enough. Maybe we're tall and we want to start bending forward. This is essentially just like your standing splits. When you're doing a forward bend standing splits, but you're not using the muscle, which means you can stretch it deeper. Right? If it's tense, you can't stretch it as much as when it's loose and relaxed. I don't actually grab my foot when I do this. I have to grab the railing. If we're standing up, not using the railing, then for sure, right? But again, going for what gives you the most effective stretch, it's not often the way that they teach it in yoga classes. That's that muscle right there we're going for, right? There's that hamstring. Should be nice and taut right here. Hips are squared, left hip's down. Reach it up, exhale it forward. Tuck the core in so you can extend that spine another inch forward. Good. And again, yoga class, you're usually going to see it with grab the toe. Don't grab the toe. It's a good way to break your toe or do something bad to it. Grab the blade of the foot. It's a lot stronger. The more you can do with it. Okay. They wouldn't do toe grips if they did Hapkido and stuff like that, where those things get ripped off. And now we're going to do a little slightly different, more like a Shiva in this pose. Bring the knee out, bring it up. It should be easier for most people. And so we're here, hips are squared, this way. Just coming over to one side. Again, not overdoing it. You know, this is not a problem to be here, but just giving yourself that gentle stretch, right? So maybe if I want to just do the, there's my test. Cool, I'm feeling nice and limber. And this actually lets me get a different zone in that hamstring and groin muscle. Very nice. Just like with our Warrior 3, where we're here, right? We can pump it, we can do all kinds of cool stuff in that exercise. We can work on our back kick. And also just stretch it out through here. Rotating that hip open like a side kick or half moon. Rotating it down like a back kick or Warrior 3. Open the back, opening the spine, opening the hip, core, low back and hip. Very nice. Alright, that's pretty good for me, but there's a few things we haven't done. Splits. So, make this nice and easy. We're going to start in our knee side splits. Frog position. So we're down on our knees, square at the ankle, square at the knee, square at the hips. You do not want your hips falling forward, right? This is not good. This is not good. You're not getting anything out of this. That's what we're trying to do. With everything squared, right above each other, down your forearms that way your back isn't dumping. Slide those hips out as wide as you can, then gently push back just a little bit. Breathe. Open those hamstrings. Open the groin muscles. Now, half side split, knee side split to one side, knee in line with heel, slide out to a half split. Gently work that range of the muscle. And the other side. Pulling that right leg in. Left leg goes out the same direction, same way. Relax your arms, relax your hands, your shoulders, your face. Just feel that opening in your hips. Sending oxygen. All right. Maybe let it reset for a second. It's getting nice and cold and moist out. Humid. All right. Jumping up, listening to your body, right? Don't go too far. You know what works for you. Remember, you have to get up out of it or sit back into it. Sliding it out. A little harder when your two mats are sticking together. So my split push-ups. Not all the way down today. It's okay. Some days are better than others, right? Respect where your body's at. Don't push it. That's how injuries happen. Sitting really tall first out of the spine, getting the tailbone firm down. Toes up, knees flat. Fix any issues there first. Reach it up. Bend from your hips, not your spine. Bend from your lower hips. Core. Center. I go in stages. Usually in yoga class, everyone just dumps down to the bottom. But then you're only hitting the maximum range at most, so you're not hitting all those little points between. And that's where the action happens when you're actually doing something, right? Like, you don't want to just stretch the peak of your punch. You want to work out all those little pop, 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 pops that happen on the way out, right? Same with your leg. When you kick and it rotates over, you want to hit all those little rotations, all those little extensions as far as they can. Otherwise, if you just do the beginning and the end, you're going to rip it halfway between, right? I've seen it happen again and again. So we're working out the range here, putting a little bit of weight in the left, weight in the right, inching it on forward. What you're seeing here, this is my warm-up before I do any kicking, any karate, any martial arts, katas, whatever. I don't do anything until I'm fully stretched these days. I learned in my 20s, late 20s, not to jump into it. Now we're gonna go to one side. I always start by squaring and then bringing one hand and one hand forward. Again, getting the full range of the leg, right? We want it in every little part of that circular arc it's going to make when it swings at someone. We don't want just the peak, we don't want just the end. Each one of those is hitting a different range. Here, this is more the back side, the base of it. In here, this is getting more the depth of the inside. In here, this is more getting the inside of the knee, right there. Here, I'm getting more of the inner groin and my back. So 4 different parts, right? Yet most people, again, they just skip to the 4th part rather than doing all those progressions. Hamstring, deep in around the back of the end of the leg. And a little bit of groin muscle in there by leaning into it. Reaching all the way across. So this is what it's going to feel like when I kick, right? I should be able to kick and bring my quadricep up to my chest. Now you know what your limit is, right? On the kick here, I can bring it to my elbow, to my shoulder. You know, it teaches you what your limits are. Cool. I'm going to go down to the center again after pushing it out bigger. All the way down. Now that I've already warmed it up, I can just drop down. Oh. Stay for a moment until the pain goes away. Until it goes numb. Very good. Now for a depth like that, you want to take your time. Get this tailbone down. Bring the legs in nice and slow. Just think about that posture. All right. Pulling him into a butterfly. Nice and tight, sitting tall, taking a big breath, reaching forward. Good. Cool. Move on to my knees. Let everything kind of settle back in again. Should feel real good. Usually right now I'll pull up the foam on, get my lower back again. Hip flexors, all that stuff. But just in case you don't have that, I'm not going to do that at this moment. Look out intuitively where you're feeling your kinks. Get deeper into the neck for a moment. Take those shoulders, roll them back, drop them down. Go. Left ear, left shoulder. I'm going to take our left hand to our right temple. Gently pull. Don't crunch up. Drop those shoulders. Gently let it open. Inhale tall. Other side. You're not pulling. You're just assisting. You're letting it, your body weight, pull it down. The center, interlock those fingers. Tall, look 45. Tall, look 45. Always fully reset. Whenever you're doing anything, especially spinal stuff, always fully reset before you do the next twist, because that's how you get those bad kinks going, right? Work out my forearms again. This is my feel good, ready to pop, ready to fight workout. Stretch that back out again. Good. Got 3 more pops there. All right, let's end up on our back again. Okay, so we're here. Rock up and down. Feel like I need it. Oh, 2 more pops there. And up. Give yourself some room. Up into that. Shoulder stand. Bring those elbows in tight. Hips forward, core engaged just a little bit. Look at the ankles. Oh, let those hips open again. After that big side split stretch. It's always easier the second or third time around. I do multiple sets of splits before I start doing jump spin kicks. When I warm up now, I'm going to go in there and do a bunch of knee strikes, some snap kicks, roundhouses, side kicks, couple spin kicks, drop the splits again, and then I'm going to get into my spin kicks, jump spin kicks. A little plow to really open the upper back. Not everyone will agree with what I'm doing here, but I like to get those muscles around the heart. Maybe I like to go vertebrae by vertebrae. Opening the spine. Down inch by inch. Opening that low back. All the way down. All the way down. Find those little tense spots. Just like you're foam rolling, right? Here I'm just foam rolling with my spine. Getting that tailbone down nice and flat. From ground to the earth, drop the hips in, drop the core in. Do a little climb butterfly. Oh, that should feel good. Drop the shoulders down, long spine. Take a few breaths here. Again, let your belly rise. If you're breathing from your chest, I can't even do it. It's hard to do. You're not getting any oxygen. Breathe from your belly. Your lungs are huge. They're long. Fill it all the way from the base, then up to the top. You'll get literally 2 or 3 times the amount of air than you will doing that chest breathing. I like to imagine everything just melting down. And when my knees feel like it, looking out to a full Savasana. Drop those shoulders in the ears. Body scan head to toe. Any tension, just asking it to gently melt and relax and breathe into it. Forehead, third eye center. Face and cheeks melt down. Teeth relax. Eyes sink to the back of your socket. Throat sinks down to the mat. Tongue drops from the roof of your mouth. Shoulders melt down into the mat. Away from your ears. You should start feeling that tingling sensation as that melting comes down to your biceps and triceps in the middle of your upper arms. Down to your forearms, all the way out to your fingertips. Open them long and relax them. Feel that warmth and relaxation go all the way from your head, down your face, down your traps, down your arms to your fingers. Exhale it all out your fingers. Back to your throat. Imagine your throat melting and sinking back to your spine. Your face melting. Your shoulders sink down to the mat. Your pectorals and chest melt down. Your ribs, lungs, and heart relax and let go of the tension. Let your core sink. Your stomach, inner organs settle. Feel your stomach, digestive system sinking back. Your hips grounded and melting down to the mat, opening out naturally. Feel your groin relax. Your buttocks and anus. Feel your quadriceps melting down your femur. Your knees melt and relax, your calves sink down, ankles ground. As you breathe, that same gentle warmth and numbness drops all the way down to your toes and shoots out your toes. That depth of breath come back. Bring everything center back into your heart. stay there for as long as you like. It's a great way to take your middle of the day nap. Great way to drop into meditation after ritual work or workout. Bring those knees back in, feel everything ground in again, around that tailbone. Coming on around, back to the center, nice and tall. School's out. Next, we'll work on a series of videos on the middle pillar and establishing the inner spheres and entering into the astral body. Thank you all for joining me. Hope you enjoyed my personal practice. A little bit different, less structured, and hope you feel super loose and limber. See y'all later. Namaste. Remember, sticky mat though.